Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I feel shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks playing like a Damu. The hardest part on my tongue. Thinking this is warm glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. They throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My brother's thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks, you use Decepticons. Straight rappers, they retreat like Cobra. 80s, they can float, they like up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man, I take a beating. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans, get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can't stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? Yeah, I'm in this mug cooling right now. You know what I'm saying? We just came from seeing Michael. You know what I mean? So, of course, y'all know we're going to have to talk about Michael. We gonna have to talk about Michael, but this is non-spoiler. It's non-spoiler. So I'm not gonna talk about particular plot points, which this is a biopic, so I can tell you what time frame, but as far as particular topics, I'm not gonna do that. Particular plot points in the movie, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to talk about the performances. I'm going to talk about the cinematography, the flow of the movie, and what I really liked and what I did not like. So I'm going to give it to you today. I'm going to give it to you straight as a Michael Jackson fan, and also someone who is who can review a movie and be still non-biased no matter how much I like Michael. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant React. Shut up, but you already know how I do. The real question is, are you
hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
All right. I'm going to say this because I got to put this out there. Don't listen to these damn critics. Don't listen to these critics. I've seen way worse movies. A lot of horrible movies that the critic was like, oh, well, it ain't bad. It's 60%. Nah, son. This movie should be way higher than that. Come on. So I will tell you, do not listen to the Rotten Tomato scores. And I just came from the movie. To Octavia Burton, how you doing this evening? I'm going to tell you that I'm gonna tell you like this, and I said this in the non-spoiler. I said this in the critic reaction that I did when I went over some of the critic scores. These people were looking for the horrible parts of Michael Jackson's life, and this goes up into bad. If you know anything about Michael Jackson, the biggest controversies in his life from where they started with 1964, young Michael getting into when they formed the group of the Jackson 5 before they got signed to Motown, all the way into bad. You have to keep that time frame in mind. And the reason why you have to keep that time frame in mind is because at that particular time, there was no controversy as far as all the stuff that came later. There was no controversy in Michael Jackson's life. The biggest controversy that they had was, why did Michael Jackson change his nose? Why is Michael Jackson getting lighter? Do Michael Jackson love himself? Why did Michael Jackson is the biggest star in the world and black people helped him get there? Why is the tickets to the Victory Tour $30? And at that time, $30 was a lot of money. You know what I mean? So that you have to put into perspective, and then how he got into it, with Joe and even some of his brothers to be able to be like, you know what, I'm gonna do this tour, but I don't want none of the proceeds. I want to give all my proceeds away to charity. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to throw that out there. Hold up. So I want to throw that out there. You have to keep that portion of the time frame there. Mr. Madman Swiss, what's going on? So you kind of get that in there. Boilermaker, what's good? So again, the biggest things was why is he hanging out with Elizabeth Taylor? Why does he have animals in a chimp? Why? What's up, Tina? Why is Michael doing this and why is Michael doing that? And so those are the big things that they had. Is he dating Brooke Shields? That type of thing. And I honestly believe that they were trying to see if the controversy, like, why is he hanging with children? And the movie does not get into that. I'm gonna tell you that the movie does not get into. Actually, yes, it does. It gets into the psyche of Michael, but they do it. You gotta really pay attention. They do it subtly. They do it here. They do it there. They hint to it. They never dive into it. They put their toe there, but it doesn't dive into, why is he like that? They just hint into certain things. What's going on, Chrissy Key? They hint into certain things that if you're a moviegoer, you're watching this, you kind of already know. It's almost like the movie is kind of like, unless you are a very young person and don't know anything about Michael, you're probably born when Michael died. you are looking at this from a fresh pair of eyes, I will say is going to give you a happy feeling. That's what it's going to do. It's going to give you a happy feeling. For 2 hours, it dives into, this is about, remember, this is still about Michael. It's good. No, it's good. But you have to understand, this is about Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson was a very private person. You have to keep that in mind. Michael Jackson was a very private person. And what's going on? AWI. And, that is a lie. Janet never said she didn't like the film. That's something that TMZ made up. It has already been debunked. You know what I'm saying? That's already been debunked. So now Paris, on the other hand, that's different. But Janet did not say that she did not like the movie. That's already been debunked. Entertainment Tonight actually debunked that. And I'd rather listen to Entertainment Tonight before I listen to TMZ. And that's somebody who actually did commentary on TMZ. I'm cool. But anyway, let me start off like this. As far as a film, it went fast. It went faster than I thought. For a 2-hour movie, it went fast. And I was like, it's over? It was like Avengers Infinity. I'll call this Avengers Infinity War. That's what I will call this. It's Avengers Infinity War. And it moves. And the reason why it moves, because there are playing a lot of the hits you see, and that's no pun intended. Joe Jackson, he's playing the hits. Oh yeah, people were singing in the theater. I mean, my theater, it wasn't. I thought they were going to be sold out, but the front two rows wasn't, because that's just damn close. But you did hear a lot of that when they songs came on. You heard it, but it wasn't loud singing, stuff like that. It was actually tempered. It wasn't. I've seen non-tempered when I went to take my son to go see Minecraft. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. But in my theater, it was a mix of older people that grew up with Michael and, younger people that are just discovering Michael Jackson for themselves. You could tell that they're young. And when you heard certain music cues, you heard certain songs, you heard it. Now, it wasn't loud. It wasn't ruckus. It was actually in my theater, it was well-mannered. Now, I am going to go back and see that. Me and my daughter is going to go back and see that. Go see it, I'm going to take her to go see it. But it was fun. Now, as far as the movie really focuses on Michael's meteoric rise to fame. It's like, here he is as a kid. Here's how he's going to get on top. And the biggest adversary of him getting on top, but him going to the top is Joseph, which, let me tell you this, Coleman Domingo does an amazing job as Joe Jackson. Now, people are going to compare this to the Jackson American Dream. Where Jackson American Dream and Michael differs is because Jackson and American Dream deals with the whole entire family, and this just deals with Michael from his point of view. Now, again, this is what makes Michael damn good. It's because it shows that integral battle of someone who's trying to be normal, but he'd never be normal. And there are hints, there are pieces that they leave that shows you this guy is deeply hurt. He's more hurt, and he kept that that childlike how can I say, he kept that childlike innocence with him for a long time. And they show that childlike innocence from, again, all the interviews I've watched, the Moonwalker autobiography. It did line up. You know, me growing up in that era, you know what I'm saying? It did line up. You know what I'm saying? You know, Nia Long as Katherine Jackson. Now, again, what differs between, I have to say this, what differs between the Jackson American Dream and this is not, that was based on, a lot of that was based on Catherine's autobiography, Katherine Jackson's autobiography. This is Michael's view of his mother, and it was so beautiful. It was beautiful. Those little parts, she was just so a loving mother to him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, stood up for Michael, you know, when he couldn't stand up for himself. You know, I will say Coleman Domingo's portrayal of Jackson, the looks, there's going to be a meme that's going to come out of this movie. It is too hard to not become a meme. It is not. And you would know it when you see the movie. You'll be like, that's a meme. That's going to be a meme. That's going to take a place. There's parts, there's parts that you're going to say, just Colby Domingo by herself, you're going to be using those memes. Trust me. When you're surprised or something, you're going to use that meme. Trust me. It is going to be too hard to ignore. It's going to be too hard to ignore not using that meme. There's, I will say, just performances. Jafar Jackson, you know, Torian, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly the part that's going to be memed. You know the part that's going to be mean. Oh boy. No, people were not dressed up. People were Kansas City sometimes. I mean, you know. Yeah. And I think because this was a almost not a special showing, but this wasn't the regular day, you know. I was the closest thing that is making up as possible. And I'll show you my outfit. I mean, you guys over here, a smooth criminal. You know what I'm saying? But y'all could just beat it with the hating, though. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my human nature. You know what I'm saying? And if they ask, the girl is mine. But Jafar Jackson, there's point, and I thought about this too. I thought about this. Yeah, but it's I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Madman Swiss, there's a part you will know that's going to become a meme for a long time. It's going to become a meme for a long time. It's just when I say I just busted out, I was like, this ain't funny, but this is funny. And it's because Coleman Domingo's face is, you know what I mean? It's Coleman Domingo's face. But let me just tell you this. At first, there was parts of this movie where I damn near cried because Jafar. Now, I was like, okay, he's not going to look too much like Michael. I mean, he is. This is Jermaine's son, you know. But there were some turns, some moves, some just things that he did that I'm like, I miss Michael. I'm not gonna lie. I miss Michael because there's just some looks. If you're not paying attention, you swear that was Michael. You know, maybe not as thin, because Michael was very thin. But there is just parts where you just like, You know what I mean? Yes, he does have a future in acting. He does. He's going to be typecast because he's, Michael Jackson's nephew. But there's some parts where, especially when he started to, when we started getting into the cosmetic portion of the movie, and you'll know what I'm talking about. There is a look he gave, like he just turned, and I'll just say it like this. There's parts of the beaded portion where you looking like, ooh, he looked like Michael. In the voice, I mean, he already, if you go back, there's a video where Jermaine, Jafar, and I was it his other son? I know Junior Network knows what I'm talking about. And they're singing I think a Christmas song, Christmas carols. Christmas songs with Jermaine Jackson, Jafar, and I think it was his other brother too. And I was like, the voice, even when I heard him sing, I'm like, he sounds just like his uncle. And mind you, he's old enough. He was around when his uncle was alive. You know what I'm saying? So the guy who played older Marlon did look like Marlon. That was honestly scary casting. But this is not a spoiler, but there's no body roll. And I was highly disappointed. I wanted body roll. It was not there. But no, it was like a look he gave or whatever. I mean, he had his uncles. There's a lot of his uncles' mannerisms and stuff like that he has down packed. I'm talking about down packed. A lot of the singing was him. You know what I'm saying? There's some singing in there. That is him. That's not Michael singing. That's Jafar. That's Jafar singing. And but it is. It's I'm not gonna lie. It damn near, because if you grew up with Michael as a Michael Jackson fan and just seeing him, let me tell you, because I gotta keep it a buck. Let me tell you what I did not like. So the critics was wrong. This is not a horrible movie. You know what I'm saying? His YouTube got his original music. Yes, Lauren. Where the critics got wrong was this was a hollow movie. What they were looking for was Wacko Jacko. What the critics was talking about. Why is he sleeping in a higher bike chamber? Why is he doing this? Why did they call it Wacko Jacko? Why did they have this? Why did he have that? Why did he have monkeys? And technically they told you why he did it. In the movie, if you pay attention to the movie, they tell you why he has and why he loves animals. You see what I mean? They tell you simply but what they don't do is dive like, and again, I would recommend anybody to read the autobiography Moonwalk or listen to it. It's on YouTube. There is integral parts of Michael Jackson's life that he discussed in Moonwalk that I wish they kind of dove into a little bit more. Not just the Joseph stuff. The Joseph stuff is the catalyst to a lot of other things. And I kind of wish they would have got into more of the shrewd businessman that Michael really was. Michael was no joke as far as business. You know what I mean? And I wish they would have got into that. I know I kind of understand now after watching it why they pulled that away, but that would have hit harder for me. And TMZ is gonna hate because somebody was in that Epstein file. So anyway, I don't care about TMZ no more. I really don't. But yeah, petty. It was. There is a petty part in there. There's a Petty Mike part in there. It's a blink if you miss it. You know what I mean? Yes. The Beatles, the buying the Beatles, the whole relationship with Paul McCartney, the falling out. I would like now, of course, if you are a Michael Jackson fan, you know that story. And you know you've heard Paul McCartney talk about it. You kind of heard Michael talk about it. You know what I mean? But I wish it was played out on played out. What up, hi CHD? What's up, man? Plan to go see this tomorrow. Is it good? Yes, it is good. It is good. It is very good. Again, they're not diving into and I'm again making this caveat. This is before the allegations. This literally stops him going into the bad tour. I want to keep that in mind. There was no allegations. I wish and then this is the other thing. I wish they would have went into the tabloids. Because if we're going into bad, when you go into bad, you go into Leave Me Alone. You go into the tabloids. You go into this. You go into that. I wish. Now, will part 2 pick up on that? The way he felt about the tabloids attacking him and stuff like that? I hope it does. I really hope it does. But I wish because it just wasn't. He talked a little bit about it, but I wish it would have been more like, hey, you know, what is the tabloid saying about me? They're saying this. They say I sleep in a hyperbolic time chamber. And again, the first cut of the movie was like 4 hours, I believe. I think it was like 4 hours. What's up, Professor Film Fam? And Q was good. QT was good. And they had to cut it because one of the accusers, I think, whatever the deal was when he cut the check, that part couldn't be added into it or whatever. But you know how this is. Let this be a $1 billion film. They're going to make a way for that guy, the accuser of the allegations, even though, again, found not, there was not a glitter, there was not a glove, there was not what is that? A penny loafer. You know what I'm saying? Nothing on these kids. No makeup, no nothing. The FBI investigated this man for 10 years. They found nothing. You know what I'm saying? And again, we're not there in that part of the timeline, right? We're not that part of the timeline. The timeline we're in is really the 70s and the 80s. We're really in the 80s. The good majority of the movie is in the 80s going into bad. And I wish they would have got a little bit more into him and Quincy Jones's relationship. A little bit more. Because, but again, that's for the hardcore Michael Jackson fan. You would know. If you're just trying to make a movie, that's something that's skippable until you get into Dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You get into the end of Bad and Dangerous. Yeah, you can't ignore that part. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore him leaving Quincy Jones and going to go find, him doing History and Dangerous. Him going to go find Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and all these other people, Teddy Riley or all of that. But again, that's for the hardcore audience. And I think if they do too, I know they're gonna green light. I guess the next one is gonna be called Jackson. So I wish it'd be called King of Pop. That's honestly which they should name it. You know what I'm saying? They should name it the King of Pop. Me personally, I think that flows better. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking about Andrew, Latoya, you know what I'm saying? Janet, and they dive into it. They literally dive in his but again, they missed. Okay, so I will say this. What I wanted them to show his relationship with Brooke Shields or Man in the Mirror. That would have been Man in the Mirror. You know what I'm saying? That's a good one. But the relationship with him and Brooke Shields, I wish they would have got into that. But then, because when Michael met Brooke, he was 23, she was 16. They were just friends, but I know how people are now. They would never. People are so Idiotic, they would have never let that die down if they would have seen that in the biopic. That for real. They would have never let that down. How is this, 16-year-old girl hanging with this grown ass man? They would have made it weird. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah. That's the only parts I didn't like because again, that dives into stuff that I already. This is stuff I mean I know because I'm a Michael Jackson fan, but the normal audience doesn't know that. So I wish they would have delved into that, but it's all good. It's all good. Okay. Question: is my man Blue up here? I didn't even see Blue pop in. Hold on, Blue. Hold on. Let me ask. Blue just be see what I'm saying? When you got the juice on my channel, you just pop up. Hold on real quick, Blue. Hold on real quick. All right, let me answer this question. Dre, do you feel the movie is another version of the Jackson's American Dream? No. And I said this earlier, I think, before you came in. The difference between the American Dream is because Jackson the American Dream, a lot of that is from Katherine Jackson's autobiography. And they stop at the Victory Tour. You know what I'm saying? And they made it about family. And they made it really about, the rise of the Jacksons, but really, if you know that movie, I got that movie over there. It's about it's about Michael. It's about Catherine and Joseph's relationship. A lot of that. Then it gets into the Michael Jackson stuff or whatever, but that's what it gets into. So no, it's different because this is from Michael's point of view. And Straight Outta Compton is my joint. It's Straight Outta Compton is my joint. I was strolling soon as Dope Man and all of that popped up. I was rapping all of that. My man Blue, what's good?
What up, man? What up?
He just just popped up.
I came to just listen.
Nah, you could. Did you go see it?
Nah, I ain't seen it yet, man. I actually just ended my live, man. And then I was like, damn, Drake was on he been on 30 minutes. I was ranting for 30 minutes. So
I see you was on when I was in the movies because your notification popped up.
Oh, it did? Yeah, I was talking about the critics, man, and just how, it seemed like the day was out for some blood that ain't there. Some blood. Somebody said some blood on the dance floor that ain't there. I was just crazy. Right.
And see, the thing is that this particular movie, this, is that time frame of the 80s. It's his rise to stardom. There's no allegations as far as like the allegations that they tried to do in the 90s. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of, and this is kind of where, I wish they would have dove into the shrewd business owner that he really was, the shrewd businessman. You know what I'm saying? Once he got that money, what did he do with that money?
Yeah.
It ain't just, he was just giving it to the kids and all of that. He like, oh, Jackie Wilson, dang, you ain't got your stuff. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Chubby Checkers, what you need? I got you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going to buy half of Sony. I'm going to buy half of their catalog along with the Beatles. They should have dove into that. You know what I'm saying? Because then you will understand the whole Tommy Mottola thing. You will understand the whole.
And I said it on my stream, not to cut you off, is there's a lot of legal stuff anyway that they just can't show because it's not allowed to be talked about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even
and
the family negotiated that with the other people, you know what I'm saying? Because people come forward and say, hey, I don't want to be in you know what I'm saying? It's legally
they can't be in there.
I can't talk about it. And like you said, this is from the 70s through the
80s. Stop at 88. It stopped at 88.
There was nothing going on crazy with Mike. Like, what was going on? Nothing.
The only thing that was going on was him getting lighter in his nose.
Right. I mean,
that's it.
Well, let me ask you this: Did they touch on? Well, don't tell me. I guess I want to see it for myself. But
I mean, to vaguely tell you, they touch on the integral parts of Michael Jackson's transformation. They're not diving deep into it. And maybe for
a hairpiece.
Well, they get into all of that. They get into because that's a time stamp. Everybody everybody who knows certain things is that.
Right.
And I can understand why there's certain people in that time frame that is not mentioned in that movie for good reason. It's probably for legal reasons. It's probably because I don't want my likeness to be used. All of that. It did.
That's what
Make sure you got. Yeah, and make sure you guys are checking out Tori and Reigns Reloaded out of Michael's short video too. Yep. But yeah, so there is, like I said, Brooke Shields not mentioned. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a spoiler, but she's not mentioned, and she's probably not mentioned for good reason why she's not mentioned in that. You know,
like her not being mentioned, like you said, her being the age gap at the time, you know, why would I throw that in, especially in today's
hyperbolic
climate? Why would I throw that in that to make? And like I said, man, this movie was for the fans. This was not for the critics. This was not for people looking for that. This was a celebration of Mike. Yeah, which you know,
I agree with that.
So I don't even know why you would go into this if the estate is making a movie. You think they about to go start digging up dirt and throwing dirt on the man? It's the estate.
And when dirt wasn't there, because again, okay, I will put it like this: it's Moonwalk. That's what it is. It's Moonwalk, which had to be dope for a second movie too. Moonwalker. I mean, they already use that, but you know, right. but yeah, it's his autobiography. That's what it really is. And if you know that Moonwalk autobiography, or you even listen to it on YouTube or whatever, yeah. And the movie is. And Tina, you want to come in here too? I mean, we might as well have a whole gang in here. Come on, Tina. But yeah, this movie was for the fans,
right?
This was, you know, but it is more. If you know Moonwalk, then that's what this really is. This is Michael Jackson's autobiography come to life, and I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because where would you get the story? You know what I'm saying? Who better to tell a story than
Michael Jackson himself?
Yeah. And then you're gonna get some, you know, some stuff to fill in some gaps. But other than that, yeah, it
really there wasn't a lot to, honestly, there wasn't a lot to fill in, because this is 80s Michael. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell you, there's some parts of this movie, like I said, there's going to be memes. There's going to be, oh my God, there's going to be parts of this movie there's going to be mean, because you can't help Coben Domingo, brother. That brother, I ain't gonna lie, that's a talented dude. You know what I'm saying? That's a talented dude. You know what I mean? Just for those who were talking, Latoya said Janet Conley declined to be portrayed in the biopic, and I was leaving, and this older couple that was sitting right there, she was like, "That's it." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, it's got to be more than this. And I was like, yeah, there's going to be more. She was like, Reby. She said, Reby and Janet ain't in it. I was like, I know. I know they not in it.
Not them looking for Centipede.
But you know, Reby's the oldest. So I was actually shocked that Reby wasn't in it. I'm not going to lie. I was shocked. I wasn't shocked about Janet. I was shocked about Reby.
But so I mean, that's the thing. Like they saying, there's a lot of stuff that got cut. Remember, this probably was like a 6 to 8 hour.
Man, it was probably way longer than this.
So
way longer than this.
Cutting Reby out, because it's certain things that we're talking about Michael Jackson. I don't necessarily.
This is from Michael's point of view.
Yeah, and I don't need Reby. Janet was at the. I know she went on tour with him, but she didn't do.
Yeah, she was 16.
Yeah,
I got you, Tina. Go check your inbox or your DMs on Instagram. But yeah, Janet was like 16 when Michael in 1983. Janet was 15, 16 years old doing that first app. People forget the first 3 Janet Jackson albums were garbage. It was just not garbage, but you know what I'm saying. Tori wanted into. We might as well get everybody up in here. See what you done did, Blue? Nah.
My bad.
Nah, who's bad?
Is Wesley gonna be in there?
If they do, I think if they do part 2, because remember, where you're starting at is, or where you're ending at is the beginning of Bad.
Bad, yeah.
Or the beginning of the Bad tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And really, this movie is about, this is about a star who's trying to get on his own. That's what it really is.
I said that. That's crazy, because I said, man,
that's what the movie is.
It's about Mike, because you got to think, he didn't go on tour until Bad.
Right. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna get everybody kind of small real quick.
He didn't go on a solo tour till Bad.
Right.
This movie should, to me, and like I said, I haven't seen it yet. This movie, and I was like, it's probably about him trying to get away from Joe. Probably about him trying to get away from Joe. This movie is about Michael and Joe Jackson.
without saying too much,
and
I'm just gonna say.
And I was like,
I mean, because that's it. But if you read Moonwalk or you listen to it or whatever, however you got to get your hands on, that's literally what Moonwalk is about. He's like, I want my independence. I want to get away from my family. I want to be who I am. I want, this is what I want. And Michael has said that on numerous occasions. Right. You know, this is not just in an autobiography. He was talking about, I wanted to be the biggest star. When he had that interview, I think it was before the Dangerous tour. The one I can't think of I could see it. I can't think of when it was, but I think it was before Dangerous. It was during Bad. And he was like, I just want to be the biggest star, you know, and let my light be to the children of this world, to the people, you know what I'm saying, the people who support me. That's what that is about. And that's why I said there was no tabloids then. There was no there was tabloids, but there was no allegations of, you know, or why is he with these children or whatever, and or all of that. That wasn't around then. You know, This was just him being, you know, becoming the biggest star in the world.
Hey, Tina.
What's up,
Hey,
Tina?
y'all.
Tina said we tap dancing.
Up here tap dancing, and pussyfooting. What y'all doing?
Well, this is Tina. This is a non-spoiler review. So
and I don't know how to tap dance.
Pussyfoot and electric boogaloo all over this
before, but I ain't never tap danced.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I ain't doing no tap dancing.
Listen, I love Michael Jackson. I got my Michael Jackson t-shirt back there. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. But I am I'm one of those conflicted people by Michael. And even though I know a lot about Michael, I haven't seen the movie yet, but based off of what everybody is saying, it just feels like it's a lot left out. And not even like the allegations part, like not even that. Like y'all saying, the Brooke Shields stuff and the, you know, it just...
It's really, I would just say you like this. The early parts of Michael and the industry, they kind of left that out, and they probably Brooke Shields has been very candid about Michael, and that they probably left that out for a reason. They probably left Brooke Shields out for a reason. Probably because of likenesses. It could be, you know, whatever. It could, I would say I said it could, I don't know. What
you got? Tina like she got.
Well, yeah, Tina like she got.
What I'm saying is, this is why you don't let estates have so much control, because they're public figures. You could use their information. The problem is when you have the estate involved, they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Which at that time, I mean, with Brooke Shields, like again, the Detail is a dope ass channel to go check out. Michael Jackson's, you know, like they do timelines of all the interviews. Like they did a whole timeline of all the Brooke Shields interviews. And even Brooke Shields said, you know, at that particular time, because the tabloids were saying that he was gay and all of that they could have dove into that. You know what I'm saying? But they oh, go ahead, Torian.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I think what it is because they want.
Yes, you did.
Because they know that they. They know that with this first half, this is going to be like, okay, this is like the upbeat. Okay, this is like to get people and
Get
get
heavy
you
the
going
second half.
because they know what that second half is going to bring. That's going to be the
Oh
more
boy.
heavy.
Yeah, that's
part.
heavy.
So they didn't want to mix it. They was like, we want. It's like we know it's a biopic on one person, but we're presenting it as two very different scopes of this man's life because we saw as the viewing audience, we only saw the performer and the entertainer.
Yes.
But we never saw what went on behind the scenes of what was not publicized in the headlines. It kind of reminds me of when Janet had went out on the BET Awards stage that same week that Michael had died, and she said something along the lines of, "To the world, Michael was an icon, but to us, he was family." So,
Right.
I think in that second part, we're gonna go more deeper into that aspect because that's when the controversies really ramped up. Was in the '90s. I would say it definitely happened around the bad era because
That's the
Dre
Wacko
was mentioning
Jacko.
about.
No, the
Because
Wacko
thing is-
Jacko came in the 80s. That
Yeah,
came
no,
when he
I'm
went on
saying
that.
it started from when Wacko Jacko hit. I want to say 80. Was that 88?
It was 80, 88 during Bad.
88.
Yep,
When-
that
and
was
that's
the
what I
your.
mean, that was the whole meaning. That was the whole meaning behind the song "Leave Me Alone." Like that was like
Yeah.
like a diss track to
Yeah.
the media. And the thing is, you got to think at that time there was no social media. Michael Jackson was a highly sought after entertainer. Everybody wanted to know everything that they could about him. So even if they had to put something negative out there, it was still press. They needed something to talk about with him and to the point where because the thing is, headlines, whether it was positive, negative, mostly negative, they was going to get paid. All the media personalities were just looking for a payday anyway.
Yeah.
They didn't care about Michael Jackson's life or about him personally.
No.
They just needed. They knew that they had bills to pay. Them bills were stacking up. They was getting them eviction notices tacked to their door. They just said, we need to get some money, and that's all it really boiled down to. And then when that allegation came in '93, that was the powder keg for them because everybody jumped on it. They didn't care whether it was true or not. Michael Jackson was the biggest entertainer in the world. He was on top of his game. We need to talk about him every chance we got. Man, listen, I remember someone telling me, they said, if I ever became famous, I don't want to reach that level of Michael Jackson famous.
No.
Because you got regular famous,
No.
then you got Michael Jackson famous. Michael
That's
Jackson
stupid
famous is a
famous.
whole nother level of fame that only one person could bear, and he barely was able to bear it, and that was Michael Jackson himself.
And they kind of touched on that in this. Okay, so there is a part, and Toria knows this. There's a part where they kind of touched on that. It just. How can I say this? They didn't go deeper to the psyche of Michael and what he felt about that level of fame. I think that's the part that I was saying that I wish they would have got into. Like him sitting at home, like, I've reached this, and now they're calling me this name. Why are they calling me that? I think that's the part that I want to sit on. Now, again, they might dive into that, on the part 2. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when it really ramped up. But then you talking about 83, 84, they were asking Michael Jackson, was he gay? They were more concerned about why Michael Jackson is hanging by himself. There wasn't no little kids around. Why did Michael Jackson buy a monkey? Why is Freddie Mercury high as shit and Michael got his llama in here? You know what I'm saying? Like that type of Michael.
It's funny you mentioned about the llama, Dre. We ain't.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna get into it.
That part was funny.
Hilarious.
That part had me dying laughing when I watched it.
The whole theater died. There's parts of this movie that is not supposed to be funny.
That's not supposed to be funny. But it is funny because it's one of those nonchalant type of things where the person is saying it that they're not saying it to get a laugh out of you, but it's just the way that it's delivered that is funny.
Yes, it's very funny.
I was gonna say, I think because what y'all was talking about earlier, like with him buying the Beatles and Sony, like I think that's things that maybe the critics are talking about, because that would be something I want to see. Like, what in your mind said, I want to do this? And if we keeping it a buck, we are all our fathers and mothers, child. So it's a little bit of all of us. I mean, it's a little bit of our parents in us. So I think that would have been a good way to show, even though he don't like Joe, that's the Joe Jackson coming out. Like, oh, y'all trying me? I'm gonna buy all of this. Like, I think those are the things that people want to like
There-
see. Like,
but-
tell us your business mind. You know, don't.
There is a part.
Tina, it is actually, without them going into the part about him when they're being a businessman, there were parts in there where Michael Jackson was like literally, without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
There's a part that's a huge trajectory going into the Thriller era where he basically goes into this boardroom and he basically makes a good 99% of the board leave while he talks to the one person who says, I can make you the biggest star in the world. He basically kicks all of them out except for this one person, and basically has him right there, basically gives him like the hot seat test of, give me your game plan of how you gonna make me the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you see it.
And he said it in a tone, of like, you better not bullshit me when you tell me this. You better like tell me straight up. Like, and that's what I like saying it, because everyone thought Michael was soft. I said that man was from Gary, Indiana. He was far from soft.
Tupac up, man.
Yeah. and they do show it, and they show it in a way where, you know, you see the business side of him. You know, now of course when it came to Joe, that's still his daddy, and they show those parts, which again, not trying to be funny, they're funny. Like it's just
it is even the part even the part with the snake.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be funny, but it's funny as hell.
Yeah,
like you literally, I'm sitting there like trying not to die laugh because it's not supposed to be, but it is.
They even touched on, they even got on the racial part, because you know one of the things was MTV didn't have black artists on there, and Michael was basically like, look, I make these songs for everybody,
black
not
and
just for
white.
one singular thing and everything like that. He basically went into the head of CBS. Let me say that again.
But this is a true story.
Of CBS and demanded that he call the people over at MTV and say, look, you gonna play my video.
Yeah,
he made
I
the
see.
call.
Old boy was casted. Michael
Mike
Myers
Myers
is casted in that role. Yeah.
Yeah,
he made the call, and after he made that call and they called him back, he looked out that window and saw all them people, standing outside there cheering. Cheering
Mike
on
Myers
Michael
is playing the guy from head of
CBS.
Then he realized he made the right call. When he was like, okay, I made the right call. But Michael Jackson was like literally about his business though.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna go have a good time now that I know, this is a concert. We not finna go and get this real compelling story. I'm gonna go have a good time. But let me just say this: there is a compelling story there. It's almost, you cannot sleep, you can't blink, you cannot, because there's dots that you're connecting that connects to this particular scene. And there's a dot here, a dot there. They compare. So you gotta pay attention.
It's a lot of
then it hit you with the music.
There's a lot of foreshadowing.
That's what it is. They're doing what I do like about this is that they're doing a lot of showing, not telling. You don't have to have a monologue. You don't have to have, a Powerless monologue like I did. Make sure y'all go check out Powerless right on this YouTube channel. You don't have to have a Powerless monologue to be able to get the point across. They just give you Here, what if you're paying attention to Michael, you see it here, and you'll see, and then the payoff is later on in the movie, and you go back and be like, oh, they were foreshadowing this the whole entire time.
I guess like with me going back to the critics, man, I just can't. They 20, they 25 years old. Like,
I wouldn't even say this. I would say
the critics.
Well, I say this, Blue.
About 85. You
can't
tell me
that's
nothing.
the problem. If there are young critics, they may be like, "Well, damn, this the guy."
That's because they came up at a time where all they knew about Michael Jackson was those allegations.
It was a
for those who weren't like around like back in the day and grew up with his music and everything like that and who he was, they're not going to know that because all they knew was what those allegations put out there. Was the tabloids. Because at one point in time, that's all you saw about Michael Jackson.
ATV. That ain't what they came looking for. Oh, I want to see if Mike was a good businessman. They didn't show up for that. They showed up for the Wacko.
Can we be honest? Do y'all really come on now? Now some people are hating, but I think there's some honest critiques in there.
So
I've even seen some Michael Jackson fans say, I thought this was gonna be a little bit more, but it was cool.
So I read some of the critic scores. I mean, some of the critics on Rotten Tomato. I did that this morning, and after I was done, I kind of scrolled through and looked at more. A lot of it, it's not journalism. When you go, of course, when you're going to go see a movie, and you're an actual critic. Let me just put it like this: you're an actual critic. There's going to be some biasness in there, whether you like this character or not, whether you like this franchise or not. There's going to be something there, and it could be. And it could hold on, right quick, Blue. So there's going to be some. It could be some harsh critiques in there based on the person, the franchise and stuff like that. And I think that a lot of what I was reading was a lot of more harsher critiques because they were trying to jump the timeline. They want to hear about all the juicy gossip. And you gave me this loving, fun, whimsical atmosphere that they don't believe is Michael Jackson based on where we're at in 2026, not 1988. You know what I'm saying? Or 1983 or 84. They don't know about 84 Mike because they probably don't care about research. What is this movie doing and how does it make me feel? And if it doesn't make me feel like I got what I already know about Michael, I'm not gonna like this. And so you're right, Tina. There is a lot of them who have a thought about Michael. How do we go from 1988 no kids allegations to 1993 kids allegations? How do we go here? And that is not. And there was waiting for that to be explored. But I
think we all knew that wasn't happening, though.
Right, but Tina, I'm gonna tell you like this before I let Blue go. But yeah, but
Adam was like, "That's it. That's the whole movie. I wasn't expecting it to end at bad."
The thing of the matter is, they initially had shot.
Real quick. Okay. Let me get this thought off real quick. Well, if you, and I said this in the movie, I was like, and I'm glad you won't hear, because I was like, if you actually watch the movie, they hinted the children. They hit through the whole movie. They hinted children, but in a way the critics wasn't looking for it, and that's what pissed them off. Now y'all can go.
And the thing is, initially when they filmed the movie, they did have where the movie was going to end, where the 1993 allegations were kicking up, but because to legal purposes and things like that, and they couldn't use it, they had to reshoot. They had to scrap the whole third act and reshoot it, and that's why they had to do all those reshoots because of that. Because initially the movie was going to be like about 3 hours, just adding in that alone. But because of legal stuff, they had to cut that whole part out and go and do reshoots to get the ending that we got. Hence why now we got this 2-part movie. I think it was going to go into 2 parts anyway.
Yeah, but I think it was going to be 2 parts anyway.
But that's why the movie was cut down maybe like a good hour. So instead of the 3 hours, we got 2. So that's why they had to do it, and that was publicized. That was highly publicized that they were going to show those first round of allegations. But it's like, did y'all like completely miss that? Like they talked about that for a while.
That is my issue with the critic. You are supposed to know what you're going into to critique. You're supposed to know. At least have a general something. Like this is what you do. You should be connected. Tina, you knew it was going to be a 2-parter. Dre, you knew it was going to be a 2-parter.
I sure in the hell did.
Be a 2-parter. We not these big, massive movie critics. How the hell they didn't know it was going to be a 2-parter?
Yeah, when I first heard they was going to do this movie, I said, "Oh, there's no way they're going to fit this Michael Jackson story all into one movie." When I first heard they was going to make this, I said, "This got to be 2 parts. It has to be 2 parts."
This is Avengers Infinity
Really should have been
War,
a trilogy. If we keeping it above, it really should have been a trilogy. Yeah.
No, this is Avengers.
So you say what you say?
Avengers Infinity War.
You saying each era is a part.
I just feel like you like think about the American Dream. How long was it?
It's 3 hours. It's 3 hours. But the American Dream. See, the difference between the American Dream and this. But this is what I said about the American Dream and this. The American Dream is about the family. That's Katherine Jackson's story. You know what I'm saying? Put the light with some things with Michael and stuff like that. But that was really about Katherine. You know what I'm saying? And their family dynamic with Joe and all of that. And I say Katherine because Angela Bassett's the star of that whole entire thing. There she is. Right. You know what I'm saying? So with this, you're looking at it from the eyes of just Michael. There's no Marlon body roll, which I was mad. I was looking for body roll. I couldn't get it. They did cast a good Marlon, though. Did he cast a good Marlon?
They
You
did, because the guy who they played Marlon looked just like
Marlon.
Looked just
I mean,
like
just like Marlon. I was looking for that body roll too, because I couldn't wait to get up out my seat.
I was looking for it too, because I'm thinking when that part came up with the
ready to body roll,
tour,
Dre?
I was thinking to myself, I said, please do the body roll so I can tell Dre about this.
Boy, hey, look, I would have said, hey, film me real quick. You know what I mean? But yeah, so no body roll. But this is from the eyes of Michael. And like I said,
need all that for Michael though. That's just my opinion.
What, the body roll? I need that.
No, I'm saying all of that. You need the boys. You need Catherine. Like you need all that build up.
You do, and you do
get to like where we at.
I think we got to get to like I ain't seen it yet. I believe it so much that we can't put all of that in there to have a cohesive.
You can.
Well, if you're looking at
you know what? Maybe there's a director's cut out there somewhere that I'm sure will get
I don't got
released
this
later
off.
on.
I don't want to see it.
Hey, they're gonna be released the Michael cut.
American Dream.
You ever read the autobiography of Malcolm X?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't read it.
It's a
I
lot
read
of
that in.
stuff that ain't
Yeah,
in the
there's a
movie.
lot of stuff.
Get it.
And that movie's long enough as
A lot of
it is. That's the
important
crazy
stuff.
part.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. You know, with this, because and again, I'm gonna be honest with you, and you guys know there was no. This is the other part. This is the only other part that I did not like. That I would say that was missing, that I did not like, and I wish they would have threw in there. I needed Diana. She
was cast and they cut her. There's an act she was cast.
Diana was casted. I do because I reported.
Yeah, she was casted. I didn't get that. The Diana, Michael.
Diana played a huge part in the with the Jackson 5.
I was gonna ask you that, Dre. Did they show Diana grooming?
Nah,
that was a part that I would say that was because it's integral. It's integral because of the relationship Diana had with Michael. That is a strong. That's almost like you can't not tell that story, because then you get into where people were saying the gay allegations and all of that, and then now he's trying to, not saying that he was gay, which he already said he wasn't. That's Joe Jackson's kid. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gay, but then that's when you get into Brooke Shields. That's when and I understand what you're talking about.
So I think what'll be dope is we got all these scenes that we shot. We're about to get into probably a more depressive area, a more depressive state of Mike. Get a couple of flashbacks with Diana.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe
they could do that. You could make that movie. You could make that movie 2 hours and 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And give you those parts with.
I'm telling you this right now. When they come out with that part 2, I need to see them remake They Don't Care About Us. I want to know what Michael Jackson's process was to even come up to want to make that song, and then show them actually do it.
They don't do it. I don't think they should do it. Don't do it, because I don't think they're gonna do it.
Oh, Tina, it's done.
It's already done. It's already done.
It's happening. It's not done yet. I don't think they shot anything yet, but I think it's not going to make
the second half of the movie.
They just cut 93 stuff. They stopped at 93. We still got to go from 93 to 2009.
No, they stopped at 88. This stops at
what they filmed. They filmed up to
stopped
the
at 93. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think they done, Tina. I think they're gonna stop at Dangerous.
Huh?
I think they're gonna stop at Dangerous. That's what I.
Why do you think they're gonna stop at Dangerous? That's
right at 93. Just don't even do it.
And this is what I mean. They'll stop at Dangerous. That'll be like the bulk of the storyline. All of that. From what did that be? 88 to 90. Dangerous what? 92.
Yeah.
88 to 92. Then we'll get quick rundowns of going for, because after that, what the kids?
No, it was.
I mean,
no. It's
maybe that's why
hold,
Paris
but
was
wait a minute. It's a
damn movie.
It's a whole. But the thing is, you gotta.
Paris told the truth. Y'all said what y'all want. She told the damn truth. Now she said it's a sanitized, fan-friendly version. His fans are gonna love it. She told the truth. Hated or loved it.
I didn't like Paris talking because Paris, you was not there. That's the only thing I didn't like. Like, Paris, you was not there. I don't need.
But you also got to remember. But you also got to remember too. A lot of people are focusing on back in the 90s, but you also got to remember he went to court in the early 2000s for another round of allegations, and I think this was after he called, and I think that was after he called out Tommy Mottola. That's why I want a part 2.
But that's the truth. That's the 2000s, Mike.
I want them to put in there where he called that man the devil. Like
that's the 2000s.
Listen, if they put that in there.
How much illegal stuff can they do though? And I think that's the real big issue. I think it's a lot of legality that they have to work around and probably just can't do. If we talking about,
you already know there's gonna be
creative with it. Just be creative.
But you know there's gonna be, as soon as it you had a whole Leaving Neverland story that was fabricated by two jackos.
And you know
what I'm saying? They were trying to get a cash grab at that time. And what happened with them? What happened with that? Did they get the man dead? And they still trying to get some money.
They suing again. They going for another round.
Yeah, I heard they were suing.
Look, it's a couple people suing. It's a couple people. It ain't just them. It's the whole family suing.
I heard about that family, Tina, and I think they lied too. Because weren't they defending him years ago? Now all of a sudden, by the way,
that's what I'm saying. Everybody's trying to get people are broke out here, Tina. People broke. I'm about to sue. I'm like, Michael.
Let's tell y'all what happened. Back in what, 2019, that family came out with some allegations. They paid them off. That's when the estate, and I'm not talking about them kids, I'm talking about the lawyers running that estate. That's when they decided we need to do a Michael movie. And when I heard the estate was doing this movie, I knew, I was like, this is a movie made to clean up whatever dirt is going to come out. Not saying it's right, wrong, legal, I don't know. And I knew that it was going to be sanitized. And that's cool. That's cool. But let's don't act like the estate is doing this because they love Mike. This is money. And that's why Janet ain't fooling with it. Janet, like, I know what y'all doing and I'm not with it.
Janet said that she was cool with it.
Yeah, Janet just didn't have her likeness in it. Janet and Reeve didn't. But
why wouldn't Jackness have her likeness in it?
Because if you notice, her likeness wasn't used like pretty much in the American Dream one either.
Nope.
Why? You know why?
Her sisters were
Saudis.
Human Nature.
I think she feel like this all is just to get money. Like, y'all really don't care about my brother. Y'all are doing this for money. And my family, we not gonna really benefit. This is for the lawyers. So
I mean,
that's my
opinion. I mean, what I do know, Tina, is that the Federal Bureau of Investigations, this is what they do for a living. Didn't find a glittery glove up no kid's ass. Is all I know. Is all I know. And they took down Martin Luther King. So all I know is if they can't find nothing, hey, the man's innocent. The man's complete. I don't care what you say. If I didn't find a piece of glitter, no Jerry curl wig, nothing, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing.
Coca-Cola can, no Pepsi cans laying around.
He didn't even drink Pepsi. That's what's the crazy part.
It's got to be one or the other. Either he was kid in the mind and like hanging out with kids, or he was an adult. I will say he shouldn't have been hanging out with kids. Which one is it?
But I will say this, Tina, they do hint at that. They do.
He a
they
kid
do.
In mind.
Yeah, they do hint at that. But you got it. But again, they give you, instead of going into a whole long monologue or going into, this is how I feel, they just show you. You know what I'm saying? Why, bringing joy to kids was something that he really liked. Whether we think it's weird or not, you know what I'm saying? Whether we think the surgeries was weird, there's people getting raggedy ass BBLs right now. You know what I'm saying? We might crack, but it's still their body. You know what I mean? This is just before that. But the way that the tabloids did him was really, they basically was trying to destroy the man, for being, a black star that was that big. So I'm not really mad at it, but they do hint at it. I tell people, you got to pay attention to this movie. And the reason why you have to pay attention, because you see him hanging with, at this part, he's hanging with some kids, and he's hanging with this. But this is all documented information that's out there for you to see outside of there. So, you know what I mean? So, but yes, he was kind of a little childlike in the mind for a reason.
They touched on something also in the movie. I don't want to give it away, but like I said, it was something that.
What the hell can you spoil about Michael's life? Is there spoilers? What the hell?
I mean, it
You want me
might
to
be.
He had 2 months.
You never
I
know.
spoiled it to him. He had 2 months.
Well, let me put it this way: it's something that they touched on in the movie that he didn't admit to publicly until years later on that Oprah interview.
Michael be lying all the time. That's another reason why they used to be on. They be like, Michael, you get plastic surgery? No. Why would I do it? They be like, Michael.
It wasn't about the plastic surgery.
No, it wasn't about the plastic surgery. He didn't never say no.
I'd be like, man,
He
y'all
wanted to say
don't worry about what I
business.
do. No, I don't get no plastic surgery.
And
Y'all think my
I'm
damn
glad you
nose
brought
ain't the
that
same.
up,
Why you
Tina. I'm glad
Exactly.
you brought that, Tina. I'm glad you brought that up because they also talked about the self-hate that he had, about with his image. Like he said, he had to be perfect, and that's why he would get them surgeries.
Yeah,
and that part in there, Dre,
dude,
when he walked back in that house with that bandage on,
looking like Clayface.
No, real talk. No, real talk. Real talk. He did look like Clayface. I'm not joking. I am not joking. It is kind of it's dude. Coleman Domingo. Oh my God. Now I liked him in Zola, but here, oh my God, I want every Joe Jackson face that he made throughout this whole movie.
Domingo's facial expressions,
dude.
When he wasn't talking, his facial expressions was carrying.
I want to tell you, I've never seen somebody just make a face that I just wanted to just die laughing at.
Dre, the funniest one at the Victory Tour. When he announced that it was over, when he announced it was over, oh my God, that man must have made about 5 different facial expressions in one face. Like it was crazy.
Let your little gay boys be gay, and they could grow up and be a great actor like Coleman Domingo.
Dude, hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you this too. I gotta call out Ekwa Fuqua for this. He know damn well Michael did not wear that outfit in LA. And now you know what I'm talking about. The one that he wore originally in Kansas City on that Victory Tour. He wore that once and then gave it to Randy. I'm like, why he got on that outfit? He know damn well. I've watched that. I watched that Toronto Victory Tour. I watched the LA one. I watched the Kansas City. Why he got on the Kansas City Victory Tour outfit? Yeah, take that off. Take that off.
When you got the estate, get the estate off the set. Move. Let Antoine Fuqua make a movie.
I thought Joe Jackson. I thought Joe was going to have an aneurysm after he made that announcement. The way he, the way he ran behind that stage, he was like, Michael.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Coleman Domingo's character carries this movie.
He was unintentionally funny. He was unintentionally funny in some of the parts, but there were some parts where he was like, "Oh wow, he really went there." Like in the beginning, Dre.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. There's parts. Even Catherine is looking at Joe like, nigga, if you don't sit down, you don't sit your black ass down somewhere. Sit down.
He literally did. Dre. The part when he was in the meeting, when he was talking to when he's on the John Bronca, and he said, "Well, I have my first task for you. I want you to fire my dad." He said,
that's not a spoiler because that's
reality happened.
He said, I don't want you to fire him fast. So he sent a fax and said, I am hereby on Michael Jackson's behalf firing you, terminating your contract.
You gotta see the man's face.
That's what it is. That's what makes it funny.
Was in there, the whole theater dying. The whole theater was. I've never heard. This is supposed to be a serious moment. The whole theater is cracking up laughing.
Serious moments be the fun, man. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is what I learned from doing plays on the stage, man. We had this one serious moment, like super serious. The crowd got silent for 1 second and just bust out laughing, and we looking like, man, this is the
really trying. We really
right. But every time we did that part, wherever we was at, wherever we performed it at, we got the same reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes those serious moments, they just be funny because it's either the looks on faces or some people, running through their mind and be like, man, that's some fun. Like, sometimes even, you know what I'm saying? You have a discussion with somebody, you be like, damn, I mean, should I give you a hug? But I'm gonna laugh in the car. Like it's one of them things. Like you got played like that. You know what I'm saying? Some shit.
Jay, I don't know how it was in your theater, but every time Joe came on screen, everybody in my theater either gave the eye roll or the oh god or the every time he came on screen.
Yeah,
Joe, and it's not like he was like a super villain or nothing like that. He wasn't Thanos.
No,
he was just Joe. He was just being Joe, and he embodied it so much because
Thanos looked up to Joe.
He said, "We gonna get this money, and you gonna listen." I don't want to. Yes, you are. Say it again.
I think somebody needs to either do a mini series about like all of the black management dads. We need Joe. We need Beyonce daddy. Venus and Serena daddy. Like especially Joe. I want to know what Joe's childhood was like. How did we get here, Joe?
But I will say the American Dream did touch on that. Let's give American Dream. They did touch on that. Yeah. And this movie did, because he kept saying, "You came from Gary, Indiana. You my son." So say another mother word. And that's what I was like.
And Joe made it be known. That we are going to capitalize on Michael's success. That's why Michael couldn't do that Thriller tour, because he was capitalizing on his success, because he knew his brothers weren't going to go as far as him. They could only move as a group, but they needed Michael in the group. Yeah. In order to, and first of all, let me just say, I did not know Dion Cole played
Don King.
When I heard his voice and then I saw his face, I started laughing a little bit.
Yo, we all started laughing.
I was like, I said Dion Cole is playing Don King.
Man.
Dang.
Like I said,
Cole is actually a good actor, though.
Yeah, Dion's a good actor.
Yeah, Dion Cole is fantastic.
Yeah.
I will say this. I will say go and have a good time, because it is.
Yeah. And if you are a fan, you're gonna enjoy yourself, like especially when it comes to the music, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like we was up there singing the music, but when it got to the Thriller part, now when it got to Thriller, then that's when I started to hear more voices singing in the audience, when that Thriller part came up and people started clapping, because how they remade it with them making the video itself. And first of all, shout out to them for going to the original location to film that scene.
Oh yeah, the cinematography is amazing
in real life.
I've seen them making a Thriller though. So.
Yeah,
and by the way,
we probably all have seen it.
And by the way, Dre, if you didn't know, the actress who played Ola Ray in this movie is Antoine.
Yeah, that's Antoine Fuqua's daughter, real life daughter.
Nepotism.
That's what
ain't nothing you say. Ain't nothing wrong with it, Tina.
It ain't.
We all need to eat.
I'm with it.
I love black.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I was mad at LeBron.
Even LeBron's nepotism, I ain't mind.
I would have done it.
Dre, the part that got me though, that almost made me shed a little thug tear, was at the end when they did the transition from the Victory Tour to the Bad Tour. That was a nice transition. When he was performing Bad, that one almost got me, because that's the part that made me actually start like really singing along with it. Everybody in my audience started singing Bad on that part.
It was I'm gonna tell you what hit me. It was, the transition from Little Mike to Teenage Mike, and the songs that we were singing. I'm like, this is when it was just, I don't know. It was just like, it was a part where this boy turned around and Jafar just looked like Mike. It made me miss Michael. It just makes you miss. That's what it really is.
Like
for Michael Jackson fans, it's going to make them miss Michael. It's going to make them miss Michael in different, because there's the part where he's talking to the Crips and Bloods. Yeah, he turned sideways. It was a sideways turn. I put this on everything I love. I thought it was Michael Jackson. I'm like, this boy looked like goddamn Michael. Stop looking like Michael.
It was so amazing what inspired him to go and have the Crips and Bloods in his video, and they showed that. And when he went to go meet with them, and the thing is, Michael had the Crips and Blood at the height of a time when they were heavily against each other, coming together, all the strength of them being fans of him. You had one of them in there just straight up asking for an autograph. And one thing I liked about Michael is he was so humble, because he actually was learning dance moves from them. That was the first time he saw a sea walk.
Yeah.
He was amazed at seeing a sea walk.
You got to hear.
He was like, what is that?
Ozone talk about it. When Ozone, I forgot what. I think he went on what tour he going on. I think he was on the Bad tour, but
there's cameos
about how Mike would come to the hood
Yeah.
Just to watch
But-
them break dance and to learn routines. He said that they used to be. It was a in Breaking where when Ice-T was DJing it
Yeah.
in the movie Breaking, Mike used to come there just to watch them dance.
You and what I liked about that when you talked about that for Beat It was there's just parts where you're looking at like you said the humbleness, but you also, if you're paying attention, there's cameos from his original choreographers. This I'm trying to say there's a cameo from Prince, Michael Jackson too. You blink and you miss it. Because I caught it, I was like, "Just blink and you miss it."
It wasn't the Michael Jackson. It wasn't the Prince Michael Jackson interaction we wanted though.
No, you ain't getting at him.
But it was a subtle dig.
It was a subtle. It was a jab at Prince. It wasn't. That's what I said. There's parts of Petty Mike that come out.
No,
but it's I know what people want the Petty Mike. That's what really people want.
I want the real Mike. Like let me come on. Like we done heard enough stories about Mike. I want the real Mike.
The funny part to me was when he was at home with his family and it's like early in the morning and he has them all come outside and they like, Michael, what did you get? And he's like, you'll see. They open up the door and he got Bubbles, so we get introduced to Bubbles for the first wearing his diaper. But the funniest part was then every member of his family could have been a meme because all their facial expressions was priceless. They was like, they said this boy done got a whole chimp up here, so we got a llama, a giraffe, now we got a chimp wearing a diaper.
I mean, a whole monkey, man. I mean, we all know the Bubbles was coming. But it's the face. Yeah. It's the faces that
it was
everybody's
like
looking
it was
like
looking at Baby Caesar from Planet of the
Apes. You see that?
Honestly, I loved it I love the movie because it is a celebration of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't be mad. If I died tomorrow, I need all of y'all to give me a celebration of life. Don't tell them all the rude stuff I've done and all the people I slapped. Just make it seem like I was a good dude at least once. I'm dead. So
Tina, if you go away, Tina, and they do a biopic on you, you think you want them to do all the dirt on that you did?
Not all the dirt, but put a little dirt in there. Make it a little interesting. You gotta know it's a little dirt I did.
Tina said make the Sprite a little dirt.
Not a little, not a dirt, some little dust.
I wasn't always perfect, you know. I done broke a couple hearts. I done did some stuff wrong.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Is this a perfect Michael movie?
No,
like is this
no?
I wouldn't say that it's perfect because it does have.
No,
its
what
issues,
he's asking is, do they paint
like,
Michael as perfect?
Mike in like the most.
No, they don't paint him as perfect. You can tell that he's flawed.
What's his flaws? What's the flaws?
The flaws is the way that he looks at himself. It's the self-reflection. So there's a part. Yeah. So there's a part in the beginning where Joseph throws a jab at Michael.
Yeah.
So when you get to teenage to adult Michael, that comes back into play about how he feels about himself. Now you're starting to deal with a bit of Lego. Now you start saying, well, I just want to be perfect. I want to be whatever perfection is in my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to look at. And they give you exactly why he wanted to be. I want to look like that. I want to. What did they say? Peter Pan syndrome. Yeah, I want to look like Peter Pan. I want to be Peter Pan. So you started to get Peter Pan.
Exaggerate them, because sometimes they take you and then they take and make you a caricature of who you are by exaggerating your flaws.
Yeah, and they didn't exaggerate the flaws. They timeline the flaws for the whole Peter Pan transition. You know what I'm saying? They hint at it, but they slowly give you that. You know what I mean?
And even the doctors, before he ended up getting the first nose job, was trying to convince him and talk him out of getting it.
Yeah.
But he wasn't listening, and he got it. He ended up getting it anyway. And then that's when he said, "Oh, I got it because of my sinuses." But that really,
that nigga be lying.
Well, that really wasn't true.
Well, who would he lie to? Guess who he lied to? It's the man who was whooping his ass for 30 years. oh, sir, I needed to breathe. Let me get him out of here before Joe beat my ass again. I lied too. The man been trying to whoop my ass at
Like,
25.
tell me why you be lying like that. I think that's the type of not like the negative stuff, but that's the deep character dives. I think that
and that's what it
want.
is.
Like,
they show that.
Flesh me out and let me know.
That's like I said, that's in the movie. That's a defensive mechanism.
Yeah.
But tell us that. Tell us.
But you don't have to. Everything you don't have to say. You just show. Okay, that's just like Tina. If I do a horror movie and I stop it right before the slash, but you hear the scream, you can visualize what it could be. Now, because you got to use your imagination.
Yeah.
So in here, they're showing you different parts, so you can use your imagination. You can be like, oh. Now I see why he's like that. I see why his nose started pointing all the way up to his eyebrows or whatever, because they're showing you what he wants to be.
Yeah.
They showing you. He's literally reading the book to you in the movie. So the man ain't reading Peter Pan for no reason. I'm going to be a real boy.
And like I said, the foreshadowing is real because the amount of times we see the word Neverland in this movie.
Oh my goodness.
We see the word Neverland a lot in this movie. So like the foreshadowing that we know what it's like, Michael, we know what you're gonna spend that money on after you get off this bad tour. Yeah. You are about to go out to
do it big.
You about to go Northern California and get all this land, and you can call it Neverland. Or as black people call it Never Land.
Right. You can walk your llama as much as you want to around here.
As much as you want, and nobody gonna look, and no one gonna look at you because it's just you and the llama. And the elephant and the giraffe and the tiger, the lions and bears. Oh my.
Right. Bubbles can hang around with you, muscles. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have all these
animals.
attractions. I've said this before, and y'all probably agree with me too. I've always said that I wish they would have turned Neverland into a museum.
They should have.
I wish they would have turned Neverland into a museum. But then the thing is, because of what they did with the second round, Michael said, I don't want to be here anymore because they basically exploited my place, my sanctuary. So I don't want it no more. So I think that's when he moved to Ireland, right? Right after that. It was one of those European nations. I'm not sure which one it was.
That's when he was hanging. It was. I think it was because that's when he was hanging the baby off of the balcony.
Listen, you know what?
That's like one of my favorite scenes of Mike. I was like, dude, do that shit, Mike.
They put that.
He's like, y'all see this baby down there? Y'all see him? It was doing. I was like, Mike, don't drop him. Mike, don't drop.
Don't do part 2. Just don't. They don't even make a part 2. Don't do that.
I think they should. You got to. You got to. Yeah, you got to. You got to. You got to do a part 2 because there's certain parts. Lisa Marie Presley's. You know what I'm saying? That whole situation.
And
the kids.
They don't do that right. I'm gonna be pissed off if they don't do that right. That's what I'm saying. Don't even do it. Just don't do it.
I do miss the
estate is gonna have an issue. The Presley estate gonna have an issue with it because they didn't want the marriage to happen in the first place.
Yeah, he didn't. He did. Her mama did not want her to be with Michael Jackson at all.
I wouldn't either. Who wants their kid in an arranged marriage?
It wasn't arranged. There's literally. I told you, Tina, go literally watch the detail. They literally she literally tells you like I literally fell in love. It was like, and I wanted to protect him from this life because I knew my dad went through that same type of life. Then once she got with him and she seen that life, she was like, oh hell nah, it's too much. And she said it hurt my feelings. I was literally watching all of her interviews. It's like 40 minutes of interviews. And she was like, soon as he got with Debbie Rowe and had that baby, because he did it 3 weeks after they got divorced. 3 weeks.
Lisa
she was
held
like,
on to that farce of a marriage as long as she could. But
so
then
is it a farce or not now? Because y'all two Michael fans contradicting things.
Torian said that. Dre didn't say that.
Listen,
look, they talking about Lisa love Michael. I love my ex-boyfriend in high school too, but I still was gay. Okay, I loved it. That was my nigga. But it's like, hey, we know what we got going on.
But I guess we shall see when it happens in
I am
part 2.
done
Right
with this. I am done with these conversations.
I love him too. It wasn't real.
It wasn't real to you. It was real to them.
But we gotta get. But you know what? You want to know why? Another reason we got to get part 2. We got to see the friendship between him and Chris Tucker.
He had a lot of friendships.
We still didn't get the relationship between
with
him.
He had a lot of things.
There's a lot of friendships that wasn't used in this movie. Him and Elizabeth Taylor wasn't used.
Yeah.
And then this
Liz
one.
Taylor didn't come into like the bad era, so more so anything she should definitely be using part 2.
No, she came. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, she came a little bit before the bad era.
Honestly, you want to know what the thing is? They need Liz Taylor because for those who don't know, Elizabeth Taylor was the front one who officially gave Michael the title of the King of Pop. She was the one that
we
officially
needed Diana
named him
too,
that.
and you saw what they did. They cut that shit out, so they don't care.
I know.
I told this.
I'm
We're gonna
kind
get
of mad that they
flashbacks.
cut out. Yeah, I'm kind of
We're gonna
mad
get
they
some
cut out
flashbacks.
Diana.
Yeah.
How good y'all think this is gonna do? Because
This is most definitely
box office wise is going to make bank.
Yeah,
because
they done upped it to 120 from 80.
100. Are you talking about opening weekend?
Yeah.
I don't know why they had
I'm
it so
trying to tell
low in
you,
the first place.
people
What
gonna
was they
show up and
thinking?
show out for this movie. They're gonna show up and they're gonna be mad at the end because they were like, "I want more." So what does people want when they want more? They go see it over and over again, so they go see it till they get some more.
And the thing is, this movie has excuse me, a whole 5 days. They had the early ones tonight. Then you got tomorrow, Thursday. Then it's like Friday, Saturday.
I might go see it
Sunday.
tomorrow.
So and it's going to be, and like you said, it's going to be a lot of repeat viewers as well.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
This thing is going to have, in my opinion, it's going to have a combination of the Black Panther, the first one, and the Sinners effect all rolled into one.
Because people were going to protect Michael Jackson.
At 1-2, I'm bringing it down. I originally had it at 1-2, 1-3. I got to bring
you got
that
it
down
one
a little
even.
bit. Yeah. Yeah.
That's still a lot of money.
But you got to think though. But you have to think though. We're only speaking for the domestics. Let's not forget that Michael Jackson was an international, global
Oh,
star.
1-2 is 120 is domestic. I thought that was worldwide.
No, 120 is overall.
We're talking about domestic.
Domestic.
No, 120 is overall. 120 is overall.
Yeah, 120 is overall.
I think domestically it might hit 100.
I don't think it's
overall,
120
if
at
international
domestic.
level. If international is going to be way more than 120.
I think it is going to be because international.
Article pulled up. Hold on, let me see.
Because internationally they're going to kill this because they love Michael Jackson internationally.
You got to think this movie is being released also in China, and China has the second highest box office behind.
I'm sorry, not 120. They said 140. 140 to 150
worldwide.
Worldwide. I can see it hitting 100 just because when I tell you it was older black people in there. Just as early there was more older black people than it was younger black people. So you have to understand this is going and it's not a lot of cussing and so you could bring the whole family to this event. So I'm looking at Grandpa, Grandma, you want to go see Michael? Let's go see Michael.
No, it's a family event.
Uncle Jimmy, everybody gonna go see Michael. And then again, black people love Michael. We can say whatever we want to about Michael, but we will fight somebody over Michael Jackson. You know that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go and show up and show out for Michael anyway,
and
not including the white people that like him.
Yeah, it's gonna have some good legs too because I think Japan opens. Yeah, Japan opens in May.
Oh, okay.
So it should have good legs.
Oh, I forgot the bad tour in Japan, live from Tokyo. Woo! They love Michael Jackson over there.
Some of those, it's like some of those countries are staggered. They're not opening.
Yeah.
And also, Dre, we have to also shout out to the extras who played the fans. They understood the assignment.
Man.
You hired me to be an extra. I know what I got to
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. When they did the bad tour at the end, the people fainting, I said, "Yep, that's spot on." The people fainting and getting carried out. I said, "That's spot on."
Yes.
I said,
I told you the only.
I said, "Have me up in there." I said, "Listen, which way you want me to fall? You want me to fall this way? This way? You want me to like shake? You want me to like almost have a seizure?
You want me to shake?
I'll do.
No, for real. No, I'm dead serious. You got to see some of these. You got to see some of these extras. They were. Hey, this is my time.
They were going in with the paint when they said, "Okay, when we pan the camera to you, you got to faint." And they actually did. You know how? Because on those concerts, they would do the crowd surface thing and send the people past the people to the front, and that's how they was doing it in that scene, like pushing them to the front to get carried off on that stretcher. Yeah, with Billie Jean.
Yeah.
When he did the Motown 25 part. Yeah, the hat, bro.
I would say this too. I wanted to see his interaction with his brothers a lot more. You know what I'm saying? That's the only. That's another thing
because
you
about them.
It ain't about them.
It ain't about them. No. It ain't about them because you know who whose
Michael
relationship.
is not Michael without his brothers.
No, but they actually, I thought it was
No,
actually
he's
interesting part when he went to
Michael
go get
was
the.
whack with his brothers, and this is why I say that.
Here we go.
What it was his first 2 albums. Was his first 2 albums was horrible, right? Ben and
Nah, Ben went actually. Well, Ben actually won. Didn't he win?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Ben won a Grammy, I believe.
Did Ben win a Grammy?
Ben was nominated for an Oscar. He performed it at
Yeah.
the Oscars.
Yes.
You sure Ben won an?
Yeah, it won an Oscar. don't do Michael like that. Michael didn't have the. Michael had a way better start to his career than Janet did.
Nah, I know she had a bad start. But they all
Janet
had
started- we
bad
gotta think Janet
starts. Is
started
what I'm
all
getting at.
acting.
They all had bad starts. Solo
Not with
starts.
Ben though. Not with
was a good
Ben.
album.
Not with Ben. Stop playing, Blue.
People forget "Got to Be There" was his first album.
Hold on now.
I'm not supposed to be on here with y'all.
Hold on now.
Yeah, you show he ain't supposed to be here. It's supposed to be me.
Hold on now. Y'all talking about Ben. Give me run down Ben's greatest hits since y'all tapping for it.
You know what? We ain't doing this today. We about to wrap this thing up. We ain't doing this today.
Run down some of Ben's greatest hits.
We ain't doing this today. Let me just tell y'all, if you want to have a good time in the movies, you're gonna have some nostalgia. You might even shed a little tear. You gonna laugh.
You probably
go
will.
watch Michael. Go watch Michael. It's still a good.
It's a ball of
time.
emotions with this movie. It is a ball of emotions. Like, you're not gonna feel just one type of way going into this. You're not gonna just sit there and look at it as like one linear film. Like you're. I have a feeling that, especially if you are a Michael Jackson fan, you are thoroughly going to enjoy this movie for what it is.
Yes.
I don't know none of these songs
Domingo
on
is
Ben.
amazing.
I don't know none of these songs on Ben. I don't know
Then
none of these.
Then I suggest you get to listening and get to know them. Because the thing is, people sleep on Michael's earlier albums because to this day, people still think "Off the Wall" was his first solo album. No, "Off the Wall" was like his 5th solo album.
Yeah.
So
I'll be there 7:00 tomorrow.
Will you be there or would you beat it?
No, I bought my ticket when tickets drop. I got them. I'm there. Not beating it. I'll be there.
So Tina, let me ask you. So you was in high school keeping it in the closet?
In the closet. Yeah.
You was keeping it in the closet?
Mm-hmm. I used to get
you
so
can be
mad.
my boyfriend. I do not like you.
I used to get so mad when my boyfriend used to come to my house. I used to open the door and be like, what?
Boy, you a cold piece of work.
But that was my buddy, though. That was my buddy.
Mm-hmm. Did he know? Did he know?
Not at the time, no.
So it was real to him and fake to you.
Yes.
So you was in here lying like you said Michael lied. You lying?
Yes. I'm in the South in high school. What was this? This was like 99.
We roughly the same. I'm about to say we roughly the same age.
Yeah.
So
you was in high school because I graduated 2002, so I'm still in.
Okay, so
high school,
you would have been a
99.
freshman when I was a senior. So we knew. I ain't gonna lie, Tina. It was a girl that I knew was gay. Was trying to ask me to go to prom and got mad because I was like, I know you don't like me. Stop playing with me. No, I'm not going. She was a track star. She was one of our track stars, but I knew her name Katrina. So shout out to Katrina, but I knew, girl, you was gay. And I wasn't doing it. You're not about to get me. I ain't about to be your one and done. You ain't about to treat me. I'm more than that.
That was my homeboy, though. He passed away. I'm so sad about it, but that was my homeboy. We became friends after,
After he found out that he was a rouge.
That was his fault because I kept telling him no. I was like, I don't want a boyfriend. I'm like, why you want to be with me? I got on shorts, basketball shirt. Like, what is it? I don't want a boyfriend. He's like,
he thought he could change your life. He thought he was the one that could have changed your life.
He did.
He didn't care about them top boy. He liked the Tina. He liked what was inside of you, Tina. And you was like, so what's outside of me that counts? And I don't want you in there.
See, I realized Blue talked about Ben so bad he done got up out of here.
Well, I think his internet.
His wife probably said, "Get your ass off that goddamn internet." 12 o'clock at night. 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and I'm about to get off, but yeah, I will. Here come Blue. As soon as we said something, here come Blue. My internet works, so I'm back. See,
And
when
Blue
you
came
talk
back
about
even
Michael, you
clearer
see
in
what
under
happens.
new
Mike
lighting.
tried to take me out.
Take
Man.
you
Mike
out.
tried to take your mic.
Damn, nah.
The ghost of Michael Jackson came in and was like, "Give me this. Who's
Mike
bad?"
tried to take me out, man. That's
He was
crazy.
like, "You think you bad? You ain't nothing."
Man,
Now come
Michael
on,
did it.
come on
Hey,
outside, come on.
it just started doing the update, man. I had to. I'm like,
Mike said hating on Ben. Nope, we're not
hating
doing
on
it.
me.
I'll be
Not
there. I got my
today.
little Thriller T-shirt, y'all. I got my Thriller T-shirt. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
It was some people that was dressed up in my show. A woman, she came in
Mine
there.
wasn't.
She had the beat it jacket on. One woman, she came in there dressed like how Michael was in the Way You Make Me Feel video. She kind of like feminized it up a little bit. Someone else had
Yeah.
the beat it. They had the beat it shirt on. I had a Michael Jackson jersey, a baseball jersey. Well,
Yeah.
if you look at my Instagram page, you'll see that I had the
Yeah.
fedora, the aviators, and the glove.
You know, I just wore a Michael Jackson inspired type outfit.
Okay. We can do
Inspired
that.
because I ain't got no money.
Yeah,
So
we can do that.
Better run.
I was
the
upset
five
because
below
people
and
was
get your
looking at
Mike
me
t-shirt and call
with
it
the
a
rolled
day.
up sleeves. That was like, I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying with the aviators. I see it. A little updated. I see that. You know.
And Dre, and it was funny too because when they wrote the credits and they were playing the different songs, it felt like it turned into a concert in there. And I kid
It
you
really
not,
did.
when the credits was over and the screen went black and people was thinking someone was gonna pop up, you had a whole bunch of people just started throwing out the Michael Jacksonisms. They was out there saying "Shimon, hee hee, woohoo."
Oh yeah, Tina. I don't know if you know, but Michael Jackson will return in Doomsday. They posted that at the end of the movie.
I
So
think
say to the
anybody
end credits,
can show up
Michael
in
will return
Doomsday
in
at this
Doomsday.
I think anybody can be in Doomsday at this
They got
point.
anybody.
It's anybody's
So.
game.
All right. So yeah, I still highly recommend. I think it's fun. It is a good time. There is emotional moments. There's funny moments. And it is just keeping it a buck. It is a tribute to Michael. There. So if you were looking for interpersonal relationships, they dove deep. And this ain't it. Just being honest. This ain't it. Don't look for those interpersonal conversations.
It ain't
They are with Mother, but they're not with nobody else. So Jermaine, nope, not you, not Tito, not nobody else.
Yeah, I want to see him and Jermaine. Like, what? How y'all
I
got?
ain't gonna lie. I
Like,
wanted to see the pettiness of
on.
Jermaine so bad, but since Jermaine's
You mean
son
like the
is in
beef that
here,
you mean like the beef him and Jermaine had?
but that was '93.
Oh,
No,
that was
no,
later?
that was 80.
No.
That was 89. That
No,
was
in
89.
the 80s. I think it was in the 80s.
89, 90. When he did the
No.
Word to the Bad, it's 89, 90. That's because he
No.
was broke. Jermaine is actually Joseph's real son. If anybody is like Joe Jackson, it's Jermaine. That's who's like Joe.
I said what made Michael so petty was how whenever he would talk about his brothers, he would always say his brothers and then say
And Jermaine.
including Jermaine.
Including
He would
Jermaine.
always- like because it was always that thing because Jermaine stayed in Motown and they went to CBS. And he was like, okay, my brothers and Jermaine. And remember that time he won all them Grammys and he had Janet and LaToya up there with him and he had gave that shout out to Jermaine. Jermaine had to smile for the camera, but the minute that camera turned away, that smile went away fast.
That's what I
And
say.
Jermaine
He's a
was in that
petty
studio,
man.
and then Jermaine went in that studio and made that diss track.
Oh
Petty,
yeah,
petty.
I still wish they would have did "We Are the World" so I could just see Michael's look when he was just like, I know Cyndi Lauper ain't singing this damn song like this. Who the hell is you? I know I'll smack everybody up in here singing that damn song like that.
Oh man.
So yeah,
All the
So,
R&B
yeah.
legends had beef back in the day.
They
There
did.
was always a beef.
They did.
They
yeah.
was petty back then.
But you
bro.
know, it's a brotherly thing. I mean, they
It's
made
just
up.
brotherly.
They
competition.
made up
man.
later.
But yeah. So I'm about to wrap this up, man. I appreciate y'all coming on or whatever. But yeah, Michael is don't listen to the critics. It ain't just shallow. You just didn't get what the hell you wanted. You wanted some real beef. And I'm kind of glad they didn't do that because they tried to do that at NWA. Then somebody put that in the Straight Outta Compton. And a lot of that was so fabricated, it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I don't want fabricated ridiculousness. I just want a good time, and I had a good time in Michael. Torian, did you have a good time at Michael?
I had a great time. Like I had a great
He's
time,
an MJ fan.
and it was fun being in there. I was with my tribe. I was in there with my tribe. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of people in my theater. Like people, it's someone I know that they went to go see it tonight. They said for the first time ever in their life did they go to a movie theater to see a movie, and they got a standing ovation at the end of it. They said that movie got a standing ovation when it went off.
That's the stories that need to be told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need.
Now I got a question. Like before you end it off, and this can go for well, I wouldn't say for Tina or Blue yet, but maybe y'all can throw it in there as well, and even those in the chat. What do you think this movie chances are for being nominated next year for awards?
Coleman is. When they cast Coleman, I said Coleman gonna get a nomination.
Supporting. Yeah, so supporting
I ain't even
character.
gotta watch it to know that.
Yeah, supporting character.
What are we in? April.
Yep.
Think about it. Sinners came out last in April too. So
honestly,
music most definitely. Most definitely.
But how you gonna do music? You can't do music because it's not original. So
yeah, it's no original original songs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, as far as I know,
I think it'll be nominated for things that don't matter.
Like you mean like technical?
Like
stuff?
wardrobe.
Yeah.
Wardrobe was dope though.
The makeup department should definitely get nominated. The makeup department should definitely get nominated.
Only reason why I say that is because the Academy has to go back to what it was. They gave Sinners too much. Like they gave it too much.
They flew too far to the left.
Yeah, they was too far, so they gotta go back. Yes, they'll make sure that it's highlighted with something, but I wouldn't
even get. I don't mean to cut you off, Blue.
No, I was just gonna say I'm pretty sure he killed it, and he'll get awards in other award shows, things like that. Once we get to the big show, once we get to the Super Bowl or the award season, watch they get snubbed. I guarantee.
You don't think Coleman is even gonna get a nomination?
No, I think he'll be nominated.
I
think he'll be nominated.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He's getting nominated. When you see this, you know, you gonna know.
I honestly think that Jafar might actually get a nonomination.
I can see that too.
All for the strength.
Saying Jafar really killed it.
Because here's the thing. Because when you look at those so-called critics and what they said everything, but one consensus they all had, for those who did say something, was that Jafar did a good job playing his uncle.
Yeah,
yes,
for the most part, that's one thing that they did give as a positive, outside of the nonsense that they did say, was that he did a very good job playing his uncle.
Yeah.
Yes.
They should have just did one original Mike Jack song so he can get nominated for. You know what I'm saying? Like come up with something.
Or listen, dig into that vault and put out an unreleased track.
Put out an unreleased track or something. That's what they should have did.
Yeah.
But what they gonna put? Say up there? Nah, we ain't trying to hear nothing.
Nah, it's gotta be new. It's gotta be new. It's gotta be new. The say remix.
Call it what you say.
Yeah, it was like I said. I would say Tina and Blue. I know Tina gonna be laughing because Coleman Domingo. It's you gonna say this dude is. Again, I liked him in Zola. He's way better in here just by being subtle, and it's just every time he's in there, him and Jafar play off each other so well.
Yeah, the chemistry is so good.
The chemistry is so good.
You actually really believe that you're looking at Joe and Michael. You don't even see Jafar.
Even though he don't look like Joe because Joe's nose wasn't that big, but you know,
the mannerisms down.
The mannerisms was definitely there. What's
the next, before we go, and I know Dre likes shit, I'm trying to rap. What's the next biopic that we get?
They're working on
with the Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop, but also Tiana Taylor is playing not Diana Ross. Oh my God,
Dionne Warwick.
Whitney Houston's Dionne Warwick.
Dionne Warwick.
Well, she looks just like the woman.
Yeah, Snoop is next. Yeah.
Snoop is next. Yeah.
Yeah. They're filming this summer. They announced that at CinemaCon, so that'll be out next year.
And that man ain't tall enough to be Snoop. We gonna wear heels.
He's not.
Are you gonna be able to find somebody that can? It's hard. That's a hard thing.
To get somebody 6'4".
that can act and is skinny and can probably pull off Snoop's manner.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. After, like, with the Michael biopic right here, and this is going to set like a new standard because now people want to look at all the biopics that come out after this and say, if you're the main character, do you have the mannerisms down, the voice down, the personality down? Because Jafar checked off all the boxes.
Yeah, he checked every box.
I'm gonna be honest. He set the bar kind of high.
Jafar got Jackson blood.
That's cheating, though. I can't hold. I can't do that. I can't go and get some random actor off the street to play a person and then hold them up to Jafar, who kind of grew up with this man. Like, no.
I mean, he did grow up with this man.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but the thing is, though, he has probably got one of the most spot on MJ voices. I mean, he sounds like if you just close your eyes.
But you have to understand that a lot of the Jackson brothers sound like that. They have that soft voice. Jackie really got the soft voice. So, Janet, all of them talk like they mother.
Talk like that. It's a cheat code, like Blue
he ain't got no soft voice. And that one producer, Michael's vocal coach, I forgot the white dude's name. He told Mike that he should talk like that to help with his falsetto and the way that he sings. That was him exercising his vocal cords.
Because Michael's voice was deep. I don't know if y'all ever heard Michael Jackson's real voice, but his voice actually was deep like how mine's is right now. Oh, yeah, Tito had a deep voice. He sure did. Tito had a deep voice.
Listen to Teddy Riley tell that story about him calling him on the phone. Let me speak to Theodore Riley. And then Michael
Mike was a character, boy. Mike was a character.
But again, he liked to joke and do all of that stuff.
And that was one. And that's that's so crazy. Michael Jackson was so famous that when he called other famous people, they never believed it was him. They would be like, they were like, hello, this is Michael Jackson. This is who? I forgot who it was that told the story that
probably
said
Eddie
that
Murphy,
Michael Jackson
Eddie Murphy got a story like that.
They said Michael Jackson had called him. They didn't, but they thought somebody prank calling him, and they hung up. And they was like, "Why did you hang up? That was Michael Jackson." They was like, "They don't know Michael Jackson calling me."
Yeah, Snoop next though. Somebody put in the chat, New Edition was good. Yeah, New Edition biopic.
New Edition was
the Bobby
good.
The Bobby biopic was good too.
Listen, New Edition, the Bobby biopic was probably the last best thing BET put on that network.
Was just down.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Woody.
Woody out here.
Yeah, Woody did a good job. Woody did a really good job. Yeah, Michael was just a big kid. He really was.
I wouldn't mind another MC Hammer biopic because that other one was trash.
If you don't stop it.
Oh yeah, TLC was good too.
TLC one was good too.
TLC was solid.
TLC was good. Yeah.
No, we need a Dre. We need a Hammer biopic. We need a real.
I think we need a Hammer one.
We had 3 of them.
No. What 3 we had?
I don't know. I just made that up.
We only had that one. I forgot
that was so
bad.
We need Hammer here.
It's a shame we never got that Richard Pryor biopic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll come. It's gonna happen.
Because they was gonna have Mike Epps play him. I said that would have been perfect.
That would have been good.
He was a comedian. They look the makeup department probably didn't have too much to do with him. Like that would have been perfect. That would have been his Oscar right there, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
I personally think he should have got nominated for Sparkle. Because he showed so much range in that movie. Like he was evil in that role. I was like, this is Mike Epps.
Yeah.
The makeup department will win an award because Jafar's nose. I was like, did they? I was thinking like
moving higher and higher.
First I was like, did they do green screen his nose or something? Like this mug is spot on.
Yeah, the makeup department definitely, in my opinion, is a shoo-in to be nominated and win. Like when I first saw the trailer, I said, "Yeah, that makeup department is walking away from going home with something."
It depends. If we got any look, they got to go against these horror movies, Clayface and stuff like that coming up. So.
We still got time.
In the Clayface, I did see people ask me, did I see the Clayface trailer? that's going to be a horror movie, and I'm all for that.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Clayface with
Darius.
Say
Caesar
whatever
looks
you
good.
want.
Yeah,
That
You can say
Darius.
what.
looks good.
Well, I said that.
actually
I
looks
said it
good.
needs to be a horror movie anyway.
I said DC needs to do, maybe if they're gonna do movies about their villains, they just need to make them all horror movies. If they're gonna do it
Mid-tier
like that.
movies. Yep.
Look, and I said this. You can say whatever you want about Jimmy Gunn, but him and his brothers can make a horror. Oh, Tina. Oh yeah, so
He
Tina
didn't
here.
make that. That's Matt Reeves. I'm finna go.
Yeah. No, that's not Matt Reeves for
Not Matt
Clayface.
Reeves. That's the other horror guy who does.
Isn't it? It wasn't he part of the team for Brightburn though?
Hold on.
Y'all ain't finna have me feeling like I'm crazy. That was. I ain't saying Matt Reeves directed it, but Matt Reeves produced Clayface. That was supposed to be in his universe.
He was he's producing it. He was supposed to direct it. I don't think
Right.
I think he wrote it.
James Gunn.
Not
snatched
Flanagan.
it.
I'm sorry, it's Flanagan.
Yes,
You got me
Flanagan's
tripped.
the
Flanagan.
Yeah.
Flanagan.
Oh,
That's
Flanagan,
what I'm thinking
okay.
of.
But yeah,
Flanagan.
Matt Reeves is producing on this. Yeah. Because I remember this was over there with him.
Nah, Matt Reeves ain't I'm looking at it. Matt Reeves
Yes,
ain't a producer.
he is. You want to
What you
bet some
looking at?
money?
Because I don't see it.
You want to bet some money? I'm looking at the producers right here: Matt Reeves, Lynn Harris, James Gunn, Peter Safran. This was Matt Reeves' project. This was his project.
Was it?
Yes.
Was it?
Doesn't it look like
Are
it?
you watching? Are you looking at IMDb or are you looking at?
I just know when it was coming into development that this was in the Matt Reeves verse.
Oh, he way down the line. Matt Reeves is like
Because he gave it. He even did an interview and he was talking about how he was
It took
sad
me a
he
while
had
to
to
get
let
there.
it go. This is a Matt
Took me a while
Reeves
to get there.
project.
It's-
I'm glad
he's- he
Gunn is
produced my
away from
name
it.
only.
Stop it. You can say whatever
But-
you want.
but-
They can make horror
Gunn
films.
is not attached to nothing
Yeah.
but Superman. I don't know why everybody keep trying to throw Gunn on stuff. He does Superman, Peacemaker, and Creature Command.
Creature Commandos. Okay.
He not even doing the second season of Creature Commando.
He doing most of this crap. That's crap.
What's most
Stop
of the crap?
it. Now you sound like a hater.
Supergirl, he ain't doing
No, you
Supergirl.
I'm a proud hater. I'll let you know what
That's
I'm
a
hating. I don't
hater.
like him.
Man, I need that smoke for Feige.
didn't
What
like
if Feige
Guardians?
smoke at, Tina? What if Feige
I
smoke
be
at?
giving Feige smoke.
No, hey, even hey, wait a minute. I missed you on Friday because even John Campbell was giving Feige some smoke. I'm like, where Blue at? He needs to hear this.
John Campbell gave Feige some smoke. He needed, man.
Was
Well,
giving
he-
them some smoke.
Lauren said Tina's
Wait a minute. Let me just say this. Tina, let me just read this real quick. After expressing interest in Clayface film both publicly in DC Films for the DC Extended Universe franchise, Flanagan pitched the project to the newly formed DC Studios in March 2023. Where's Matt Reeves at? He just lying, Tina.
Why is Matt
Tina.
Reeves listed as a producer?
Not Tina.
Why?
Not Tina. Not
Why
Tina.
is Matt
You
Reeves
been-
listed
have
as
you
a
listened?
producer?
Have you been listening to the lying parts of Michael Jackson
I think it went,
Incorporated?
but
No, like, listen.
Tina's not
This is
wrong.
exactly what it says. This says
I don't
the
care what it
film
says.
and
was
Flanagan
Flanagan's
involvement were
first.
confirmed by in 2024 as part of the DCU, the successor of the DCEU. Flanagan was unable to direct the film due to scheduling issues. Watkins was hired in 2025. It had nothing to do with Matt Reeves. It wasn't in their universe. He pitched it to the newly formed DCU. There you go.
So why is Matt Reeves a producer on it?
Like he can. Everybody trying to make some. Did you say everybody trying to make some money?
Like I said, I think Matt Reeves is just by name only.
Why
That's
though?
only.
It could be.
You could just walk and put your name on stuff?
Yeah.
For no
I mean,
reason?
ain't that's what
Yeah.
they said
Come
with
on,
Jesus? Put your name on it.
And
There's no reason to put why Matt Reeves' name ain't on
But
Supergirl.
the
Don't
only
Lantern.
reason why
They don't
I
wanna
can
do
see
Supergirl.
Matt Reeves putting his name on it if they bring the Batman into the DCU. It's the only reason why I could see that, which I would be cool with that.
I like that this Clayface movie doesn't even feel like a DC movie or a comic movie. It's like one of those things that could almost stand on its own. And I've said that I couldn't wait to see Clayface in a movie. I said that a long time ago, and then I found out they making this Clayface movie. First, I was kind of skeptical, but then after I saw this teaser, I said, "Oh yes, I'm all for this. I am all for this."
I
said,
think we will get some superhero in it. I think it's gonna be some type of cameo, something to connect it to overall universe. I
It
really do.
even looks creepy. Like that part at the end when he smears his face down.
Yeah, that's
I was like,
weird.
oh.
But I think it's gonna be some type of connection. I do.
I don't like when people lie on me. It says Matt Reeves, an official producer under his production company, Six in Idaho. This project was initially conceived
Who lied on
by
you, Tina?
Dre Mac, big forehead self over there.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't you do
Developed
that.
by Matt Flanagan, Mike Flanagan,
It's,
as a part
it's
of the
right here. Wikipedia.
as a
Y'all
part
can't
of
see that.
Matt
to the side a little
Reeves'
bit, Dre.
Batman
It's so bright.
epic saga.
Yeah,
I
it's bright.
remember
It's-
reporting
it's
on
bright.
this when it came out.
It's bright, but don't worry about it. Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
care what you say.
We here at the DCU. If we
We here at the
perfectly
DCU.
fine with at the DCU, we perfectly
We here at
fine
the He-Man
without
Ring of
any
Hate.
hate.
Dre just admitted he's on the payroll.
I'm on
Yeah,
the. We here at the
yeah.
DCU don't need no haters.
He
No
be the main
hateration,
one talking
validation.
about
We don't
media.
need nothing.
He the main
keep
one
that
talking
on the
about
low,
media
man.
and went and found a little article to try to make his
This is
point
Wikipedia.
sound right. And
This
I
is
know what I
Wikipedia.
do.
With the
This is
Wikipedia.
exactly
Oh,
what
man.
Wikipedia
Get on the
said.
low, Dre. They ain't
Oh,
supposed to know that we
man.
rocking with Jimmy Gunn, man. You
know
supposed to
Yeah,
get on
we
the low.
we Jimmy G over here, and we ain't talking about Jimmy Garoppolo either.
His damn production company doing it because I remember it was like Clayface and the
Oh,
Penguin. I
oh,
remember when this was announced.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
gonna go.
I think
need
it
to
was
work
that
on my
version,
show.
Tina.
My show, 7
that
p.m.
version,
on
Tina.
Friday.
The new version, though, no.
Come to the movie layer, 7 p.m.
Now y'all
Shameless
see why I
plug.
call her Tina Targaryen. Now y'all see why I just go and call her Tina Targaryen.
All
Now
she
you
needs
see
is the
why.
white locks.
We were supposed to be doing a meetup for Doomsday. Don't seem like nobody want to do it. I go meet Blue. I told y'all
Hold
last
on,
year
Ted,
we should
who
be
said
preparing for this.
who hit me up and said we're meeting
Every
up
time
somewhere?
I come on y'all stream, I say, y'all, we need to find a
You do say
place
that. I'm
and
ready.
get together
I
Let me
come
know.
to Atlanta.
and
It's nothing.
let's go watch Doomsday.
Would
And
it be a central spot meetup for everybody to do?
Y'all can go to University City Walk.
Alabama or something like that? Like what's
University City Walk. That's
Wherever
a
you
university.
want me to fly in there,
Center.
I'm flying in.
where's the center, Tennessee? Because Dre, you Midwest, ain't
I
you?
mean, I'm in Kansas City, so it's nothing for me
Mm-hmm.
to fly somewhere. Or if it's short, I could drive. It don't matter
you
to me.
can't drive down here.
I'm not driving to Atlanta so they can steal my car. I know how y'all do
Not
down
in
there.
Atlanta. I'm in
Nah,
Florida.
don't park on Peach Street.
Oh,
You be
okay.
all right.
Are you in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
My sister live in Orlando. I can still. No, you're not. You're not.
We can go to the O, or we can go to Duval. Where you at, Torian?
I ain't going to the
I'm
movies in the
I'm
old
in
man.
the
Nah.
DMV area.
Why?
What's wrong with Orlando theaters?
Mm-mm.
They not good?
No. It's too busy because it's so
Oh, it's
touristy.
a lot.
Well, you
Yeah,
know what,
nah.
Blue. Well, you know what, Blue
Well,
and
we-
Tina. I know a good place where down there in Florida y'all can go to as a golf course and everything. It's called Mar-a-Lago. Maybe you
I
can
don't
go
want to
there
do
and
all
watch
that.
that movie.
See,
Yeah. Have you been down to that area? No.
No, I have not.
I don't want to do all that. Nah. Damn.
Y'all should go do the. Y'all not going to do the Dunes Day thing?
No.
I'm
Yeah.
actually meeting up with some people, and we're actually going to do that.
Yes, Tina is doing the Doomsday. If we meeting up to watch Doomsday, we doing Doom as well. Yes. Yes.
Have enough
Blue said we are making a day of this.
mental bandwidth for both of them.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes.
I
And
don't
then
have
when
Like I
enough
said, I'm
mental
Tina come out
bandwidth.
and be like, you know what? That Dune did not
Dune is going to be
disappoint.
good.
I'm
that
not watching.
Doomsday-
I'm not watching 3 hours of nothing. I'm not
It's only
watching.
2 hours and a half, 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's going
That's
to be
enough
short.
time for me to take a nap.
Doomsday.
Doomsday going to be
about
moving
3.5
though.
hours.
Yeah,
Doomsday
Doomsday
gonna
gonna
be
have so
moving,
many
though.
cameos. You
Y'all
can't.
think
You
Doomsday.
can't.
I read the leak. Doomsday is not going to be moving.
You think that the leak is real?
Yeah.
Boy, somebody. All right.
Look, I ain't
Okay.
gonna say that it ain't or isn't, but I think this is gonna be a high octane movie. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna, I think we're gonna be moving in it.
And I'm
Listen,
gonna be.
Tina
I'm
is
gonna
our
be.
insider as of right now because she went to CinemaCon, so we can only
Right.
get the stuff from her when as far as that teaser goes.
But you can't judge trailers. Trailers are always
But
just.
It sounded interesting. The way you broke it down sounded.
Yeah,
sounded
you were
very
all happy. I
interesting.
ain't never see you that happy, Tina. You
Because
were
she worked
happy
for
about
Feige,
that
man.
trailer.
She worked
You
for
was
Feige.
excited.
Worked for
No.
Feige.
I've never seen Tina. I ain't seen you that excited for a trailer ever in my life.
I'd be excited for a lot of trailers. That was just
Not,
a sudden
not the ones that come from the MCU.
that was like whoa.
See what I mean? Yeah.
Is that an excitement or that's more like
That
surprise?
one-
like,
that one,
whoa.
and I did see the trailer for Boosters. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to see that myself now.
They showed it. They showed it when you went to watch Michael tonight because they
Yep.
did it in mine too.
Yep.
And when
Yep,
they showed
kinda
it,
wanna see
and when they
Boosters.
showed it, I immediately thought of Tina because Tina holding.
I
that
did
movie
too.
down.
That's the first person I thought of. I know Tina was giggling and cackling
Like
as soon as she seen this trailer.
And they also
No,
showed
you
the,
like
they also
Boo-
showed the
I-
trailer
Tina-
for that movie Is
You
God
like
Is.
Booster. I'm my life fashion. You like Booster.
I like fashion. I like fashion. I'm going to see Devil's Wear
Tina
Prada
got on
too.
live and said, "You know, I love the scammers. Boosters looks like
I
my type
do.
of
I'm
movie."
from Florida.
You
I
did
got
That's
say
that
that.
was- I'm from
You
Florida. I
did
like
say
the
that.
scammers.
We got hey, I'm from South Florida. I know about the boosters. That's all I'm saying. I would be lying to say I ain't have a couple aunties get locked up for boosting, you know. Hey,
I like
going
you know
on?
what it is. I think I like the premise of the movie. Because
you have no idea what that movie is about. Don't read no spoilers. What you think it is, it
What,
ain't.
Boosters?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
What
don't
you
look
think
like
it is?
It don't look like the
Never
trailer to me.
mind.
The trailer don't look like what I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Tina,
That's
did
a
you
roller
see
coaster
Sorry?
ride.
Tina, did you see Sorry to Bother You?
No, I didn't watch Sorry to Bother You.
You should watch it. This is a really good movie about code switching.
Yeah. I'll check
Didn't
it out.
you went to see Prada too?
No, I went to see I Love Boosters the other night. I haven't seen Devil Wears Prada.
Because I know
That's
they
why I
was doing
said
screenings. They were doing the screenings already, so I thought maybe
I
you
seen
had
Boosters, yeah. And
you
it's a
enjoyed
roller
it?
coaster ride. It is. And what you
All
think
right.
it
Good one?
is,
Is
it
a
ain't.
good roller coaster ride or what?
It's a roller coaster ride, is what I'll say.
Boots Riley is the man. I got a picture with Boots Riley when I was out there in Oakland, kicking it.
Did you
Boots Riley's
watch
man.
Sorry to Bother You?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a little kind of like weird little wacky shit going on.
It
Yeah.
does. Especially that
well then,
ending.
yeah.
Sorry to
then-
Bother You was kind of like a shit. How can I explain? It's like an out of body experience of being a black man.
then that's
corporate
what I Love
America.
Boosters is.
Corporate
yes.
America. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yes, I said it's basically like boost to the out of body experience of a black man in corporate America where he has to code switch. Like
Yep.
he's one way with his friends, but then when he's in the office setting, he's a completely different person. But it's like one of those things where it happens so much and so often now. His personality in his office is now starting to intermingle with his life outside
With
of it.
his
To the
life
point where the
outside.
people
And that-
outside are like, "Who are you? Like,
that,
where's your like? What happened to your identity?" It's like he lost it to the corporate.
Yep.
Danny Glover in that had me rolling.
Yep.
Yeah, because Lakeith Stanfield is in that as well. He's the lead.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what's her name? Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson. Yeah, she's in that too. She plays the girlfriend.
Okay. Trey ready to go, but it come out at the end of May.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
I'm
Dre
about
so
to start-
tired, he done messed up his outro.
Right. Look, I'm over here trying not to fall asleep on y'all, but I'm tired.
Yeah, I got to be up in
So-
4 hours.
What?
Oh hell nah. We getting ready to wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Tori and Tina and Blue's channel, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, man. Enjoy the rest of never mind. I'll see y'all in the morning. Where's the outro at? Because you already know we gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.